all worked. Good. Okay. It was being really funny before we went live, Lou. OBS was. It wasn't working with my buttons. My buttons weren't doing anything, and now it's working, so we're good. Good evening, wonderful human beings. How are we all on this fine Wednesday? I say fine. It's rained a bit today. Well, it was summer already. Is it not supposed to be summer already? No, we're quite way off, aren't we, I think?
About a month, another month, yeah, of spring.
I want it to be sunny now.
But it's the back end of spring, so.
We shouldn't have any rain.
No, that's not necessarily.
Hello, you wonderful human beings. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us on this fine Wednesday evening, where it's a bit of a little celebration, kind of, sort of.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Yesterday, I had an article published on the Warhammer community website.
Yeah, you're a writer now.
I'm a writer now, yeah.
That's what I heard.
That's a thing that happened.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it already, yesterday there was a Space Wolves article that dropped on WARCOM, written by myself.
Babe, this pen's leaking as well.
I don't have a problem.
Why do you buy all the pens that leak?
I don't have a problem with any of the pens that I use. So if I don't have any issue and then you use them and you have issues, I'd suggest user error.
You need to put me on that pen using course again.
It's a user error, and since one of women's naturally defined roles is secretary, you should be fine with pens.
Buy better pens then.
The pen's fine. I don't have any issues with it at all. I've written many things with that pen with no problems at all. It's a you problem. So I have now got an article published on WARCOM, my first one ever. And I'm quite happy with it, to be fair. And I'll be honest with you, the process is an interesting one because I'm sure they won't mind me saying, I wasn't originally supposed to write this article. Someone else was supposed to write the article and something fell through, something happened, I don't know what. So they messaged me late last week and said, would you? I was like, yeah, I'll give it a go. And that was my Wednesday afternoon last week because I literally found out Wednesday lunchtime. And I threw the article together. And once I'd written the original, I took some bits out that I didn't think they'd print. Little jokes I'd written. I was like,
how bad were the jokes?
It was fine. It was fine.
On a scale of a Monday stream, a Wednesday stream, and the Friday stream.
Right. Closer to Friday. I mean, they're Friday stream, definitely. But they're also Friday stream that I probably wouldn't say unless I had a couple of big jugs of mead. So it's like they're going to take it out no matter what. So, you know, I don't entirely know whether it's a good idea to leave them in, so I took them out. And we did. We took them out. And then
if in doubt, leave it out.
Yeah, and they fucking went ahead and just basically used my whole article, which was good.
Are you going to put that in your LinkedIn now?
What's
writer.
That?
I'm a writer.
GW writer, yeah. Yeah. People saying it's a bit quiet. Is that true? It's like 2 people saying it's a bit quiet. Everyone else is like, yeah, it's fine. But yeah, so article done. Article on the website. Whoop, whoop. Mission achieved.
That's it.
And now I can't really slag off WARCOM. I can. I will. I'll be honest. There was still some jokes that I left in that they left in as well, which was quite nice. So I was quite chuffed for that. Quite happy. Hey.
It's like that one time I sat on a horse. Now I'm a horse rider.
That's how it works, mate.
That's it.
If you do something once, that's fine. A little compared to normal. What do I watch? Hang on. Let me give it a little boost. Let's go. How about that? Is that better? I've not changed anything on the settings, so I don't see why it would be quieter, but I've just bumped it up a little bit, so that should be fine. It also might be the fact that I've still got man flu face head. So how many people read the article? Did anyone read the article, by the way? Love that the schedule's back on track. It is, yeah. Sorry. Last week was fucking all over the place. Absolutely all over the place. And then this week we are pretty much back to normal. We do have a normal Liam and Joe show tomorrow. We do have a game tomorrow evening. And then I have to decide whether I'm going to get back in time to do a show on Friday. At the moment, the membership gifting and super chats this week have been incredible. but I do have to leave early to come back and do a show probably because of all the shit we missed last week, which was, it happens, right? You get sick, life gets in the way, meh. So it happens.
Great work, Luce. What's it like being married to a published author? It's very much the same as being married to a non-published author.
Yeah.
Because
are you suggesting nothing changed?
So much golden stuff comes out your mouth and nobody's here to take notice of it. So all that's happened is that somebody printed it.
Do you not think that things have changed now?
Well, the entourage, obviously. Where are we going to put them all?
Exactly.
We've never gone through so much tea and coffee.
Things have changed in this house now.
Yeah.
You know, I did also... Oh, hang on.
Well done, fellow published author.
I'll be honest with you, chat. Here's the thing, right? I started writing it in like WARCOM style. And then I was like, well, they've got WARCOM writers that can write in WARCOM style.
Yeah. They've come to Liam Dempsey. Why?
as a second thought because someone else fell through. Let's be honest.
As a panic,
right?
quick, go through the phone book.
As someone out there's excited about Space Wolves, let's grab him. That's what happened there. I was the sloppy seconds, right? Let's be honest. I was the person who was like, he'll do. I wasn't first choice. I wasn't the top pick on the playground. You know, when you used to play football at school and then you used to line up and pick sides.
I don't think you want to be the top pick because the only way is down from there. When you're sloppy seconds, you can pleasantly surprise people. There's room to be lifted. You don't want to be top.
I want to be top all the time.
No, the only way is down when you're already at the top.
Stu Will, thank you for 10 gifted memberships. You are an article appreciator. You have gifted us 10 article appreciators. Thank you so much, you legend. What a hero. It's 2 out of 3 for his hat trick. Look.
I know, he's on it.
And in the past, a while ago now, like probably a year ago now, I did get asked if I would like to do a White Dwarf article by Games Workshop.
Is that not the same thing as the WARCOM?
No, so WARCOM is their website of articles, and White Dwarf is their printed magazine.
Ooh.
And I was like...
You don't like White Dwarf?
Well, I just feel like I don't have anything to say. I don't want to write an article of just nonsensical gibberish just to have an article. So it's like... The guy who was the manager of White Dwarf at the time, I don't know if he still is, was like, I know him, and he was like, do you want to write an article for White Dwarf? I can give you the email. And I was like, I just feel like I'd be writing shit for the sake of having an article in White Dwarf. I don't really know what I'd write about.
Okay.
So this time around it's a bit different. They're like, you're excited about the new codex. Can you write about it for us? I was like, yeah, I can. Because I am excited about the new codex. I'm happy to write about it for you. So I had a, this is the thing we want you to talk about.
Okay.
So I had like a guide. So if White Dwarf came to us and said, we'd like you to talk about this thing, I'd probably be okay doing it because they give me some guidelines, but it needs to also be something that I'm excited about, something I know about. So like, we need you to write an article about inappropriate jokes at tabletop. Nailed it. I'm your guy. I'm the one. We need you to write an article about casual bullying of staff members. I'm your guy. I'll do it.
Don't go to Joe. Come to me.
I'm the one. Yeah.
Let's not, compact the problem.
We need you to write an article about how to play the most perfect narrative game of 40k. Nope, that's not me. That's not me. Will Stewart, thank you for 10 gifted memberships. Go on, Will. You're published but not printed. Exactly. That's the next step. I'd like to write my own book one day.
I've often toyed with the idea of writing my own book about, and this sounds really sad, and it's not meant to be sad, but about the life unlived. If that that film, you might not have seen it. It's got Gwyneth Paltrow in. Sliding Doors. It's a really old one, but it's about the same person, but on 2 different trajectories of their life.
Okay.
And I've toyed with the idea of writing a book about me, but we didn't get back together, and we didn't have the kids, and we didn't move to London, then to here. And we just stayed split up the first time. And I always think, where on earth would I have ended up? And because I'll never know, I get to toy with the idea of what this other life would be like.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I really do. I think a lot of, maybe men do as well, but I think a lot of women struggle with this as well. Again, it's not meant to be a sad book. It was just meant to be like a living vicariously of maybe I did this, maybe I did that. Maybe I turned up to work drunk. Who knows?
You can't prove it.
Sky's the limit.
Yeah. And I don't work for you anymore, so meh.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'd the thing is, I feel like I can't remember who I was talking to you about this recently, but I was talking about I wouldn't want to write fiction. I don't want to write a story. I don't have the creativity to write fiction. So I'd have to write something that would be more non-fiction, like the journey we've had over the last few years with the kids and the autism, the ADHD, that sort of thing would be quite interesting. I think a lot of people. I talk to a lot of people and they go, I have that, or I do that. And I think documenting that would be quite interesting. But I wouldn't mind betting there's a billion people in the world that are doing that and write that kind of content. And sometimes I think people struggle with why do you want to listen to what I've got to say?
Yeah.
You know?
Not all exes are bad. Look at me, I am someone's ex and I am a total legend.
You are, in fact, a total legend.
Broke the mold, you did, Stu.
Lucy's saying she's unfulfilled. Is that true?
It's not an unfulfillment. I think it's like, it's possibly just having too much time on my hands. Most likely it's too much time on my hands. But do you not ever think about if I'd stayed in the army, if I was the 22-year man?
Straight up lots.
Yeah.
And it's really, I feel like it's a very, legitimately think it's a very difficult path to try and tread when you say, what if I didn't leave the army? What if I didn't have children? What if I hadn't met Luce? What if I hadn't done this? What if I hadn't made this decision? Because I like to mostly believe that the reason why each one of us are where we are now is because of our own choices.
Why did they pick you over Joe?
Because I can write. That's the first problem that Joe's got. I can write and spell.
Wait, he has spell check.
He does now, actually. He's got a computer now, yeah. I'm also incredibly excited about Wolves, so but thank you, Free Radio Armageddon, for the $2 as well. You're a legend.
It was a great article.
Thanks, mate.
Let's hope this is the standard from now on, where passionate people write the articles in preview week.
I mean, they have started doing it more lately, Tank, to be fair. There's been a few. Although...
How long before we start calling you Professor Dempsey of the J Academy?
Amazing. Thanks, Will, for the $10. Right from now. The thing is, Tank, with that, right, so there was an article shared with me last week from someone, I think it was, who did the Death Guard one. And what they've been doing so far, I think, is going out to people that are like top tournament players for the faction and asking them to write an article about it, which I think is fine. I think it's cool to go to a tournament player who plays the circuit, who's not an employee, and write these articles. However, it's a little bit clinical. It's a little bit of this combination is good, this combination is good, this combination is good, which is fine. But I was like, if you read the article and you go through the article, spoilers, if you read it, there's bits where I'm like, I wanted to do a full shield wall. Is that something that's going to be competitive on the tabletop? Definitely not. Is it thematically cool? 100%. If I could do a Viking shield wall in 40k, that's thematically very, very cool. Is it good? No. And so I wanted to go down, with the article, I didn't want to go down the route of what combinations are the most powerful and will win you the most games. I wanted to go down the route of what's cool thematic shit that I can do, how much cool new models can I cram into my army and have it at least semi-functional, and which things can I use to try and make them functional and make them workable and usable within that faction, within that army. And so I tried to attack it from a different angle. And what I'd like to see WARCOM do in the future, I think it's a great idea that they go to someone who's hyper-competitive, who plays the faction, and says, can you write us an article that's about the competitive focus of this faction? I think that's a great idea, genuinely, honestly believe it. But I also think they should go to someone who's just hyper-passionate about that faction because it's their favourite. Not because they I want to go to tournaments and win everything, but just because they're like, I love this faction. And then I think those people, those articles are almost always slightly more engaging because it's just passion about the faction. That's it. That being said, if you head on over to the WARCOM, the Games Workshop Facebook page where they posted the article, there's already people in the comments whinging about the article. Oh, it was written in the first person. It's really hard to read. It wasn't that hard to read, to be fair. It wasn't. I mean, there was 2 complaints in a sea of comments. I'm not.
Oh, what was the other one?
And it's the internet. People like to whinge in the internet. Yet another. What was it? Yet another article written by an influencer about competitive blah blah. And I was like, It was basically one of those comments where it's like, tell me you didn't read the article without telling me you didn't read the article.
That's such a silly comment because, hang on. I've got a dog.
Well, stop licking the dog then.
I know, I should stop.
Yeah,
I'm not
it's a
sure
bad
she
habit of
enjoys
yours.
it, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's a really silly comment because that's like not going to a plumber to ask advice on plumbing. Of course they're going to ask someone who is passionate about the hobby, who does it for a living, to write an article.
I'm quite critical of Warcom on the whole. And not in a like super negative Games Workshop's a devil kind of way, but simply I always say to people, remember when Warcom are writing an article that Warcom is their advertising platform. So when they have a new thing coming out and they put articles up about this new thing, Games Workshop aren't going to go, it's not the best set of rules we've ever written, but it'll do. They're not going to do that, are they?
No.
They're going to go, this is the greatest thing we've ever done and the most powerful thing we've ever done and the best models we've ever made, etc., etc. That's what they're going to do, without doubt, because it's their advertising platform. So I feel like Warcom reaching out to people in the community who aren't employed by Games Workshop, and I can confirm, legitimately, that article is basically not modified at all. There's a couple of tweaks here and there. I said to Luke, what they've done is they've taken things that I've written and they've expanded it slightly to make it clearer about what I'm talking about. If I'm talking about like a rules interaction, they've added some bits in to kind of clear it up. I'm like, that makes sense, because perhaps people reading that are like, what the fuck's he talking about? They obviously understood what I was talking about. So what they haven't done is cherry picked the good stuff and they've just left the whole thing in. So I think by them going out to the community and saying, can you write an article for us, and getting outsiders who are excited about it in, is a real positive. But I also think those writers then have a responsibility to be very honest about what they're writing. So if the codex isn't going to be a world beater,
I love the creative process. The manager of the coffee shop that I write in gives me 20% off. Plus, when people piss me off, my werewolves get to rip them to shreds. It's brilliant and therapeutic.
I'd love to write a book one day, Stu. Time is not my friend right now. And thank you for the hat trick, you wonderful human being. You've just woken the dog up.
Yeah, flying dog.
But thank you for the $10, man. You're a legend. 2 out of 15. So, what was I saying? So, if a book is not the most powerful thing in the world or isn't particularly good, it would be irresponsible to write an article that says, this book is incredible throughout. Because it's not true. And then you'll just walk on. So if you don't read this book is incredible throughout, it's quite possible it's not incredible throughout. Nudge, nudge, hint, hint, wink, wink. Right? Have you just taken your first big swig of green tea?
Oh, it's so rancid when you first start drinking.
It's not, I don't mind it.
Got to push past.
I quite like green tea, actually.
It apparently has amazing benefits if you suffer with PCOS.
Insane antioxidants as well.
Insane in the membrane.
Insane in the brain.
But it's just so rancid. Is it because it's such a common thing, and then everybody says, yeah, but if you push through it, it gets really nice. Why, if something natural is so good for you, is it so rancid in the beginning? You'd think if it was good for you, your brain would go, oh, that's amazing.
Maybe. But I think our taste buds are conditioned to like shit nowadays. Like sugar and what have you. My whinge is that Wolfguard Terminators can only have assault cannons, which continue to be the most pointless heavy weapon ever. But why would you take an assault cannon, Gary, when you can take an axe and a shield? Axe, a shield, axe, shield, axe, shield. But yeah, so the people that put negative comments on about Warcom articles, I'm like, sometimes a business, especially a big one, damned if they do, damned if they don't. If they just have Warcom articles on, people will whinge that it's just people from Games Workshop writing an article about the thing. They bring other people in, people will whinge that bring other people in. They can't. You can please some of the people some of the time. You cannot please all of the people all of the time. That's just a fact. What brand or how did you brew it? Just Twinings green tea with hot water, mate. Bag and cup. Water, like that. That's the kettle action, right?
I really miss my whistling.
I do not. As a man who has a relatively high number of teas and coffees in a day, I do not miss a fucking whistling kettle.
I loved it.
If you're unaware what Lucy's talking about, it is a kettle that is not electrically powered at all. It is water inside the kettle, put on stove, wait for it to whistle at you.
Oh, I loved it.
Hated it.
I genuinely didn't believe that it would do it. And the first time that I filled the kettle up and put it on the stove, I got a dining room chair and sat watching the stove, waiting for it to whistle. Couldn't believe it did it.
This is how you know she's easily pleased. Now the 14 years of marriage makes sense. Oh my. I think you mean water in a cup microwave. USA. Oh God, no. You don't microwave water. Blech. You know you're supposed to brew coffee and tea at different temperatures.
I did. I don't know the temperatures, but I did know that if you make the water too hot for coffee, it turns the coffee bitter.
It can, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't get my bitter chocolate, but I might be going to Morrison's after this.
Can you grab me some deep heat for my weird?
Yeah. Although I have showered already. Is it weird to go to Morrison's after showering already?
Do you plan on rolling on the floor there?
You never know what you might encounter on the way to Morrison's. What if a Joe Hope comes true and I become assailed by a wild fox and I wrestle with it?
Bring Foxy home.
So I need to have another shower, don't I?
You need to go to the shop with a tin opener then, so you don't get caught out like I did with the tuna.
No, I need not to do that. Oh, man. Anyway, I'm glad you guys all enjoyed the article. I just wanted to celebrate it a little bit. There was other things I could have talked about today that probably more clickbaity and would have brought more people in. But I was just really kind of chuffed with it. I was chuffed, although I was the substitute, the second choice. I was chuffed they asked. I was chuffed they actually printed it, and I was chuffed they printed it essentially exactly as I wrote it. When I opened it and I scrolled and realized I'd left the whole fucking line, I was like, oh shit! If I just gone copy paste, done. I was well happy with that, even with my silly little jokes in there. I wrote about my narrative juices. They left that in. I didn't know. I thought I'd take that out. I thought I'd take that out.
Why is that rude?
It's insinuating, isn't it? They're very family friendly, Games Workshop. Very family friendly.
I think they know what you're like.
Oh, they absolutely don't know what they're like.
So they can't be that family friendly.
When I got asked to write it, I was like, so I've written this joke and I thought I should take it out. They're like, yes, take that out. Yeah, take that out. I wrote this, like, yeah, take that out. Yeah, take that out. Okay, fine. Yeah, we'll take that one out.
But what about this one? There's no swears in it. I don't even mention anatomy.
They left my Rebute Gulliman joke in as well, which I was quite happy about. That was good. Just get a coffee machine and stop being a tight fucker. Sam, I'm on £28 of super chats and 20 members. At the moment, we have to be tight fuckers, all right? We're not all forget, I still have a studio to pay for, a Joe to pay for. Do not say I'm second choice. I mean, it was. It's a joke they made. Don't worry about it. It is in jest. What I did do, though, is I got asked at around, I think it was like 11 AM on Wednesday to write an article, and at 5:30 on Wednesday I delivered them the article. So I was like, you've asked me to do it once, I'm going to do a good job and fast, and then you might come back and ask me to do it again. Well, that Liam was good, he did it in a day.
Yeah.
So, you know, I actually kind of appreciate the fact that I wasn't first choice, because I was able to go, not only have I done it for you, but I've turned it around in 6 hours. Mordiana, thank you for 5 gifted memberships, you fucking legend. It's the start of the membership train, I think.
Choo-choo.
See, Luce is a choo-choo. That means everyone has to give 5 because she choo-chooed. If she didn't want you to give 5, she wouldn't choo-choo. It's also the last time that the goal is higher than 100 this week. I'm catching up for last week. I was hoping to catch up and race ahead so I could stay at Warhammer World on Friday, but I don't think it's going to happen, so. I am, however, turbo excited for Spaceballs. Can I get hands up? No, we won't do hands up. We'll do ones, maybe?
Coffee machine fund.
Coffee machine fund one night. Do you know how much these fucking things cost, Rambo? How much were they in John Lewis? Like 500 quid for a good one.
Oh, one of those.
Yeah, a proper. I don't want one of them pod things. Them pod things can fuck off. I don't like them. I had one for a while. I took it to the studio. I used it a bit in the studio till I ran out of pods. Never any desire to buy new pods.
Why?
Because it's just, they're not that great. Like the idea that a coffee machine pod, is close to like barista coffee is nonsense. You put the pod in, it pisses out some fucking shit in your cup, and you sip it. You're like, I mean, I didn't have to do anything more than put a pod in, but it isn't. It's not like buying a coffee from like like that place in the bottom of West Quay, like a proper barista place with all the presses and the like that, right?
Okay.
Yeah, that was making and pouring.
Why am I in charge of bedtime story time when you can do sound effects like that?
Because I'm not here normally. Evan, thank you for the one gifted. Tank, thank you for the one gifted. Anyway, Rambo, thank you for the 199, man. I appreciate you. You're amazing. On 27, the membership train is still going. Although it's slightly weaker choo-choo at the moment. It's a slightly weaker whistle now.
Give $5. Money bag emoji. Smiley face emoji. Smiley face emoji.
I'll take it, free radio. Thanks, dude. I've got some questions for you people. How many of you are coming to Warhammer World on Friday? And how many of you are pre-ordering the Space Wolf box on Saturday? And how many people are excited about the Heresy announcement on Friday night? Questions. Go. Get an AeroPress. What the fuck's an AeroPress? Is yours an AeroPress?
My...
coffee thing.
Maybe.
Is that an AeroPress? I want to Google it. AeroPress. Oh, what's this fucking nonsense? Oh, this is a rabbit hole.
No, I don't have one of those.
It is essentially what you have.
And mine doesn't look anything like that.
No, it's essentially what you have, but made fancy so they can charge more. Yours is a French press.
Yeah, that's the one I've got.
So they're claiming that French presses aren't smooth, rich, or full-bodied. There's grit and bitterness in them. They're not travel-friendly. They don't have hundreds of recipes. They're not ready in 1 minute. They don't clean in seconds.
God.
They don't clean in seconds. They don't grind all sizes. They're not shatterproof. And they don't use a paper filter.
Oh.
I think that's just, let's find things we can say that makes them better. I know what you did last roll. Thank you for the one gifted. And Kianon! Thank you for the 10 gifted memberships. You're a legend. What a hero.
T-Fund.
Thank you, Roland. You're a legend. T-Fund. I like a fancy tea. I need to get some more fancy green teas. I'm starting... The summer is out. Last week I went to the gym once. This week I've already been once. I'm going in tomorrow, so it'll be twice. Next week I'll go 3 times. I'm starting the cleanse and purge again.
Okay.
Or trying. Because you actually, it's partly your fault. Because I was sick. And if there's anything that wants you to get fit, it's being sick.
Joe Hammer and Space Wolves in the same weekend. I'm harder than dyslexic algebra.
Thanks, Ross, man. Thank you so much. And Roland, thank you for the $50, man. You're an absolute legend. That's 3 out of 15. I have said 15 yellow ones. Normally do 10. I've said 15 because if you do achieve the 15 yellow ones tonight, we'll do a members-only Q&A stream on Monday lunchtime. It's half term, right? So there's no clubs.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. You get a bonus members-only stream on Monday if you want it. I need an area very different to French press. Joe invited Mikey to on his live stream so you can learn what a community is about. Can you do my gym sessions this week as well? I currently feel like I've been hit by a truck. No. I'm doing the ones you programmed for me, mate. That's enough, innit? Building back into fitness. Ugh. It's fucking shit, by the way.
What is?
Going back into fitness.
I can't add anything to this conversation because I don't particularly value organised workouts.
Don't you want to though get back into fitness? There's a you've been talking about yoga and something else.
Yeah, for me it's different in my mind. Yoga is like joyful movement. It's not standing in a room with people who have a selfie stick out. Or but if you're like pouting at them, I can't.
But if you're planning to do yoga 4 times in a week, for example, and then you're planning to do like, I don't know, 4-mile walk twice in a week, it is essentially planned exercise.
The walking if we didn't have a dog, I wouldn't do the walking. There is no
really?
point to walking if Emmy's not with me.
So my favourite time to walk is in the midday heat. So I wouldn't do that with the dog because
oh my
it'd be
god,
fucking awful.
no! I can't do it either. I'd get a headache in about 2 minutes, and that headache would be with me for days.
I love AirPods in, audiobook on, go. I can do that. That's fine.
The thing with yoga is it's about how good the stretches feel, not about the what do you call it? Do it to failure and then start counting, like that whole thing.
I don't know.
You know when you go to the gym and you'll say, right, I'm going to do 60 sit-ups, but instead you do sit-ups, and then when you can't do any more, then you start your 60.
I've never done that.
I have absolutely had this conversation with me.
No. I don't, that's not how I start counting.
Could always walk on the treadmill like Scamrack.
Why would you walk on a... Well, I mean, I don't know where he lives. So this is... I know roughly where he lives geographically, right? He lives up north somewhere where the White Walkers are. But where we live, I don't understand... Well, I don't want to be judgy, but this is going to sound judgy. I've seen larger characters drive to the gym that I go to on a nice day.
Yeah.
Where it's like blue sky, sunshine, 17 degrees. Right? It's a nice day. Not like too hot, nice day.
Yeah.
So then drive to the gym, walk into the gym, waddle into the gym, get up on a treadmill, walk for 30 minutes, and then walk back out the gym and get in the car and go home.
It's probably like a pigeonholing thing.
I mean,
I'm in the building of movement, so I'm going to move.
It might be, but we live in a really nice area. Surely, instead of spending 35 quid on a gym membership, drive to the forest and go for a walk in the forest.
So are you going to walk to the gym then?
No, I drive to the gym. But what I do in the gym, I can't do on the walk to the gym list because it's like 100 kilo lift machines. So I need to use the gym because what I do in there is weightlifting, and I can't do that walking around the forest. Unless I start bench pressing a fucking pony.
Maybe this person has reasons for the treadmill.
Maybe. This is what I'm saying about it sounding judgy, but I feel like we live in a really nice area. Walking on a treadmill is kind of pointless because it's a really nice area.
For me, exercise is difficult to explain. All the TikToks or the Instagrams or whatever it is that I'm on, all of them that I see on the Reels bit that is about women in the gym, it does not look fun. And it's not, I wouldn't even say it's the men in the background making it weird. It's the women with the phones.
Yeah.
Like, stop fucking filming yourself. Just go there to work hard.
Right. I would like, so I use my phone in the gym because I listen to music, and then in between sets when I'm resting, I'll be like doing emails and replying to messages and stuff, right? That's it. That's all I use it for. I don't use it for anything else. In terms of this brigade,
Yeah.
I want that to be banned in a gym.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Other half sent a selfie in a new dress and asked, "Does this make my belly look big?" I text back no, but autocorrect changed it to moo. Send help.
Did you text no, Stu? I feel like you said no, it was supposed to be no.
There's
Thank you
no
for
way
$5, ma'am.
that you can ban mobile phones in the gym because so many people have their program.
I use my program as well.
And like your apps and stuff
Yep.
that you can tick box on them.
My app has got my program set by my PT with each exercise, number of sets I have to do,
Yeah.
etc. Also, it stores what I did last time, so I can make sure I'm keeping it around the same sort of weight group, etc. So it's for like consistency and what have you, and try and beat previous records. And it has a little link that you click to go into a video to show you how to do the exercise correctly. Like, it's just too useful to not have my app.
Yeah.
But what I don't ever do with my phone.
The last time I went to a gym was before COVID. So it was a long time ago. And I was either on a cross trainer or a treadmill. And I saw a girl, there was a mirrored wall. I saw a girl come in essentially her underwear, coming in. And I used to wear your old t-shirts to the gym.
Roll on the walks to Hobby House once it's up and running. though may take walking breaks at the junction and Southwestern to and from.
It'll be close though.
And she came in essentially her underwear, walked into the mirrored wall, and another guy was there, and he was lifting weights because you use the mirror for your form, so you can see.
Yeah,
straight
I mean,
arms or something?
So you do use mirrors for form, and that's also the excuse some people were using.
Okay.
And sometimes you don't need mirrors for form.
She walked in, full face of makeup.
Oh, good. Good start. Not planning to sweat then.
Selfie mode on her phone. Did some kind of like peace sign, flicked her hair, and then walked back out again. And then the way to get out of the gym, you have to walk in front of the treadmills in this corridor.
Oh.
And we all saw her walk, and all of us were like, what the fuck was that?
Well, do you know what's ruined the world, Luce?
What's that?
Fucking influencers.
Oh, you.
They've ruined
you
the world.
And your kind.
Because everybody wants to be an influencer. This is the conversation we were talking about motorbike people the other day. Everyone wants to be an influencer. Everyone wants to be a fitness influencer or a motorbike influencer or blah, blah, blah. Because they've heard that they can make lots of money on YouTube or TikTok or whatever. Just by posting consistently. And everyone wants to make that next viral clip.
But why, if I was working at a gym, I'd probably be fired by lunchtime. Because I'd walk up to girls like her and be like, what are you doing? What the fuck are you doing here? There's people who have just had babies. There's people who are on a weight loss journey. There's people who are probably back from rehab from some major operation. And you're in here as though it's a fucking catwalk. Get the fuck out or work hard.
And
then I'd get fired.
There are a considerable number of people in my experience that seem to care what they look like in a gym, which is funny because for the majority of people that are in that place, they couldn't give a fuck what you look like.
Yeah.
They're not even registered that you're there.
No. I
Don't give a fuck.
ended up.
The only time they ever really registered there is like, you're on the machine I want, can you fuck off?
One of the other gym times I went, I ended up bumping into one of James's primary school teachers. And we ended up having sort of a parent-teacher conference thing because we actually couldn't make the parents' evening. We were both working. And it was like, well, no one else is in here. Should we do this now? Yeah, okay.
Evan has said, I might get you a gym membership to my gym.
No, I don't.
I might pay the £30.
No.
Just so you can hover around the entrance. And whenever someone walks in and does the thing you said, you can go, fuck off, out. You could do the bit you said you were going to do, but I'm paying for a membership. So you're not, it's not staff, you'll get fired.
You can't fire me.
Exactly. You can't fire a person who's not employed. Because Stefan says, Evan says, we need to loosen every gym. Fucking right. 100%.
I just don't understand. No one, and then all the women, literally all the women on the Facebook Reels or the TikToks or whatever it is, they're all there, and the text will say something like, and then this guy makes me feel awkward. Because you're filming!
He's probably looking at you going, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Is the honest truth.
If I thought I was in the background of someone's filming, I would definitely approach them and be like, you can fucking delete that.
There's
now.
also a little part of, like you've sort of said already, try getting fucking dressed.
I don't understand. I used to wear your old t-shirts and a pair of joggers because I'm going in there to sweat and work, and in a way, it's a horrible room to be in because all the things you think about yourself are kind of coming out because you find out you're not that strong. You're not as fast as you used to be.
If you saw my face during weightlifting, you'd be at least 10% less attracted to me.
It is the least friendliest room I've ever put myself in. Not because of the people in there, because of every flaw that I think about myself comes out in the gym.
No, I don't feel that way.
Because of I've always been athletic. I've always liked to move and do sport and do competitive games and be on teams. When you're faced with, I could used to do that, and I could used to run that fast, and I could used to lift that, you're then faced with the reality of, well, then I had a baby and all my strength
So
went.
I get that to a point, but because I've been back in this week and last week, and I am significantly weaker than I was August last year. But that's because I haven't been in the gym for 5 months. So I'm like, I used to be able to lift that. I used to be that strong.
Yeah.
It is a thing that I'm going through. But I'm also like, haven't been to the gym for 6 months. So that's why. So I flip it. I'm like, I've got a target. I know I can do it.
Yeah, I can do it.
So you can turn it into a positive, and you can be like, PMA, positive mental attitude. I can do that.
Yeah.
I've done it before. I'm going to get back there.
But when you're doing something like you're on the treadmill, and I don't know if the machines have changed, but let's say that, I could use to like full pelt it on a treadmill for like 10 minutes. And I'd feel really good, and I'd get the runners high, and it'd be really good. And you're barely making it halfway up that fitness level, and then some selfie stick bonce comes in front of the mirror. Everybody in that gym is also trying to accept their new flaws or their new body that they have kind of either let go, or they've had an accident, or they had a baby. And then some selfie stick walks in. It's not helpful. You're clearly not here to work hard.
We can't ban phones, but we can ban fucking selfie sticks.
Yeah.
Or
like fucking setting up a halo light.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Halo light. Right. Halo lights and selfie sticks should be banned from life. From life, not just from gyms, from life. Even last week when we were in the fucking pits that's called Coventry, we were sat in the cathedral, which was bombed in the Second World War, if you don't know. Sat in the cathedral. It is a religious space, obviously. It's got no fucking roof on it because it was bombed. They've left it. And it's like ruins of a former building. And I sat there with the dog quietly. You took the boys into the museum because dogs couldn't go into the museum. And what I like about the cathedral in the centre of Coventry is it's very quiet. You can't really hear anything, even though it's in the centre of town, which is odd. And you step outside the cathedral and suddenly you can hear things. And that was quite nice. I'm sat there, and there's about 4 people walking around with these fucking great big selfie sticks, talking like they're some fucking prime time vlogger. And I'm like, fuck, I wanted to snap all. Fuck off. And people are like, and then you're in the background, you're like, go away! Fucking ban selfie sticks from everything always. I've used a selfie stick once, right? I used a selfie stick when we went to Mikey's tournament last year for 40k, and I tried to vlog the whole thing. I've discovered that kind of vlogging I can't do. Do you know why? Because I feel like a knob. Do you know why? Because I look like a knob. That's why. It's a fact. Fucking look like a knob, and you walk around this selfie stick going, so I've had a good day today. Oh fuck, I can't. And I looked at some of the footage back. I was like, this is shit. So I never put it out. And I was like, did you do that vlog? I was like, it was shit. Vlogging is shit.
Yeah.
That's the thing, right? Hey. Anyway, thank you wonderful people for getting us to 38 members so far. We've got 2 off of 40 members. The train left the station and then broke down. Can we get some coal back on that train fire, please, people? That'd be great.
So anyway, exercise for me needs to have a point to it. I don't do well in the gym. I just can't. And whenever I have paid for a trainer, the minute I say I cannot do the sit-ups until I fix the diastasis recti, whatever you call it, none of them know what I'm talking about. And then when I say it's the second set of abdominals behind the first set that separate for a baby bump, I need to knit those back together. So please don't put crunches or sit-ups in my workout because I'm not doing them until you help me fix that bit. And you've said you're postpartum trained, so you should know what I'm on about. That's why I've paid for you.
Adam says I got kicked out of my local gym because I asked a female to stop filming with me in the background.
Yeah, good.
That's mental. Roskivy, thank you for the one gifted. On 39, one more to get to 50. 40. 40. Maths is
30,
a thing.
12.
Maths is a thing I can do. Maths is a thing I can do. Chat, should I do a White Dwarf article? Answers on postcards. If I was going to do a White Dwarf article, what would you have me write about? Get inspiration from you lot. If I was going to do a White Dwarf article, what would you have me write about? Answers on postcards, go. There shouldn't be any recording or photography in the gym. Exactly.
It should.
To be fair though, I'll be honest with you, I take photos in the gym when I'm on my upward trajectory. There's a private room in my gym, which has got a floor where you can put mats out and you can do like mat work and stuff like that. And I go in there and take photos and I map the photos and I see the change. Because I don't see that you don't see the change in yourself, you need the photos, idea. Right?
Yeah.
So I do that. And if I ever go in that room and someone is in there working out, do you know what I do? Don't take a photo that day. I go home. Because someone's in there. So I wouldn't do that. So, hey. You're a knob, but you're our knob. Oh, thanks, Sam.
Ba, 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 ba. Bum, bum. I got you.
A chess grandmaster plays the world.
What?
A chess grandmaster plays 140,000 people.
At once?
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe it.
The mega match features undisputed #1 player Norwegian Magnus Carlsen playing freestyle chess online against the world. Freestyle chess is, I was quickly reading this.
Make it all supposed to go along.
No. In freestyle chess, the bishops, knights, rooks, queen, and king are randomly shuffled around the board while the pawns remain in their spot.
What edition was the best?
Hang on, we'll get back to that in a minute. I want to know more about freestyle chess. I'm excited about that now. Rollerbait, thank you for the $10. I like that as an idea, actually. That's a great article I could write.
Was that a yellow from Roland?
It was a yellow from Roland, yeah, a yellow from Christopher Southampton publishing law.
Write a battle report about how Logan Grimner can take down Warlord Titan in one phase.
Yeah. Not even in one phase, in half a phase. Thank you, Christopher Southampton, for the yellow one. At least Roland's was a serious one. We're also now 60 members away from 100. I believe in you. I believe in you. You believe in them?
Your love for Stu Black.
Fuck off, Adrian. Do you believe in them?
I believe in a thing called love.
Do you?
Just listen to the rhythm of my heart.
Mm-hmm.
That was Adrian, sorry.
Adrian! Yeah, with a blue one.
The bluey.
Yeah. So talk to me about freestyle chess again.
So your pawns stay in their normal spot.
Right.
But the bishops, knights, rooks, queen, and king are randomly shuffled around. It's to stop the eidetic memory situation.
But isn't that part of the mastery of chess, though?
Apparently they don't like it.
I feel like that would trigger me.
Is that all of them? Bishop.
There's 2 bishops, 2 rooks, 2 knights, a king and queen.
Yeah, that's all
8.
of them.
That's correct.
That didn't sound like all of them then. But your pawns stay where they are.
Okay, that's weird. I wouldn't like that. I don't like change. I
don't like
change. Okay, did Magnus do anything wrong when he played the world? Luce won't get that. Luce won't get that joke, chat.
No.
Write about misinterpreted rules, but don't actually explain the correct ruling in the article. End it with an advert for Joke Academy.
Hashtag Joke Academy. Coming soon. I'm here for it. Thanks, Chad. Giga Chad. What legend.
The prediction is that he's only going to draw. But they're making it sound like he's only drawing. But he's playing 140,000 people.
Yeah. Escapade's right. I'd quite happily leave all the back ones in the same place and just shuffle all the pawns.
Yeah, that's much harder.
That's the kind of freestyle chess I'd like to play.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Why haven't they tried that yet?
Exactly.
They're scared.
Let's do that. Let's do that kind of freestyle chess. I'm here for it. I'm here for that style of chess. Let's do that one.
Carlsen became a grandmaster at 13.
A Nemesis Grandmaster.
13!
Or just a Terminator.
What were you doing at 13?
Having a wank. Guaranteed.
Well, one of you two spent your time better.
Wiping it on a sock.
Nice. Did you do your own laundry at 13?
No.
That's disgusting. Your poor mother.
Well, what do you mean? You don't put the sock in the laundry. You just throw it at the wall.
Ugh. No.
Peel it off when it's time again.
So he's now 34, and he became the world's top-ranked player in 2011 and has won 5 world championships.
Should there be a Chaos Admech?
Yes. Dark Mechanicum should absolutely be a thing now.
He's the same guy that quit a tournament because he didn't want to change out of his genes. Do you remember?
Oh, no, in Spain or something?
Maybe Spain?
Was it Spain or something? Was it?
He later accepted a fine, and the officials agreed to relax the dress code.
Yes, I remember that story.
Yeah.
Was that not a story that you gave us?
Yeah.
Look at your news articles mixing together.
They're all
Why are you constantly
tying
Googling
together.
chess?
I kind of like chess. Play against Jim Jam.
I don't mind it.
Beats me. He's a fucker. He sets like 6 traps at a time, so no matter what I move, something important is going off the board.
I think because I play Warhammer, I don't really like normal board games. Are we board game enjoyers or kind of ambivalent? Because I'm like, I can play a game of chess fine. I don't mind.
What does ambivalent mean?
Like, you're not really bothered by it. Like, not really interested. Don't really care.
What's benevolent then?
Benevolent.
Is that a word?
Yeah.
What's that?
It's like kindness and generosity.
Oh.
Sort of. I think. Is that right? Merciful, maybe. I don't know.
Used my ex's curtains once or twice. Adam, that is vile.
Well, why would you hang a piece
No,
of material?
no, that's inexcusable.
Why would you hang?
Did you at least clean the curtain,
Why would you hang a
Adam?
piece of material next to the bed if that's not what it's for?
No.
What else is it for?
No, for blocking light out.
Nah, they don't do that. How many curtains actually block light? Can you see light through that curtain right now?
It's for privacy.
Well, that's what you said though. Generous, benevolent, generous. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, good.
Oh, a benevolent fund.
Yeah.
That's where I've heard it.
Well, I told Joe that I'm a benevolent god.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm a board game fan, but would choose Warhammer over them. Yeah. Well, I think I just can't. I find them boring.
Do you?
Yeah, I find board games pretty dull.
We're currently slightly obsessed with Ticket to Ride.
Yeah, he wants me to play it. But he, like,
such a good quick game.
and to be fair, if I've got time and he comes in here and says, "Dad, do you want to play some chess or do you want to play some checkers or whatever?" I'm like, "Yeah, of course I will. Not a problem." And I'll clear that little bit there, and he sits on the end of my desk, and I'll play chess and checkers with him. No issues whatsoever. Or on the dining table, that's fine. Would I choose to do it? No. I do it because it's time with him, but I fucking can't stand. And I know that's just chess and checkers. We played. He's got a game called Orlog, which if you ever played Assassin's Creed, it's from that. And you can buy the board game. I think it's from Valhalla. I think that's where it's from. And I've played that with him. That's all right. But I just, after I've played a board game 2 or 3 times, I'm like, I've played it now.
Monopoly with eliminator snipers as you pass go.
See, Monopoly's another one. People get mad for Monopoly.
Yeah.
I'm like, take it or leave it. I feel like Monopoly brings out the worst in people.
Exploding Kittens, I've never played it. And Cards Against Humanity.
Cards Against
played
Humanity.
That once or twice. Wasn't entirely sure how. I was
Cards
just
Against
cards
Humanity is
down.
another one. Cards Against Humanity is like, I've played it once and it was funny. We went to, I think it was like a uni party or something years and years and years ago when Cards Against Humanity was quite new. And we played Cards Against Humanity, drinking around a table with a few people, and it was fucking brilliant and it was loads of fun. But once you've read them all, the shock factor is kind of gone then, because you've read all the cards. So then like, do you want to play it again? Play it again. Those funny moments have kind of passed now because it's only naturally funny the first time, I find, and not so much the second time.
We're getting into Uno again. I feel like Uno circulates throughout the year.
Uno's one that we used to play a game in college of cards called Shithead. And it's essentially Uno, but you just use a standard deck of cards in essence. And then I don't remember what things did what, but the card numbers basically represented some of the special cards that exist in Uno, like Go Back the Other Way or Pick Up 2 or whatever, right? I don't remember which way around they were. It was a long time ago. And that was hours and hours and hours of fun because you could sit 3, 4, 5 people around a table in the cafe waiting for your next lecture and just play that card game.
Ambivalence, simultaneous and contradictory attitudes or feelings, such as attraction and repulsion, toward an object, person.
Yeah. Thanks. Thanks, Adrian, the dictionary.
Uno is a blood sport in my family.
I don't know. I'm not really bothered by small board. I guess I kind of get bored of them now. I think when you play Warhammer 40k, everything else is kind of meh for board games.
Ben likes Jenga.
Ben likes anything.
We took Jenga to Coventry.
Ben likes
He was like,
playing
"Can we play?
Ben likes playing with empty cardboard boxes, Luce.
Yes, he does.
Ben is definitely at nearly 8 years old. Ben is definitely showing signs of the fact that you threw a tea caddy at him when he was a baby.
I didn't throw it. It fell out the cupboard.
That's what they all say.
What Christmas was it that we wrapped up a box and he was a box troll?
It was about 4 years ago because he wanted to be a box troll.
Yeah.
You literally had us wrap an empty box for him with pre-cut arm and head holes. And I was like, this is the stingiest fucking present ever. And I was ashamed that day to wrap that present and put that under the tree until Christmas Day when he had loads of lovely presents. I said loads. We don't give them loads, actually. He had some lovely presents that cost reasonable amounts of money. And all he did was play with a fucking box.
It was his favourite present.
Again, there were signs that you threw a tea caddy at his head when he was a baby.
I didn't throw it.
You did. He was really annoying. She was in the top cupboard, stood on a chair, and she picked up. We've got these really fucking big, thick, round, heavy, like clay tea caddy things, and she was like,
Wasn't.
split his head open, blood everywhere.
No, it wasn't.
There was. Was there not blood everywhere?
Only because he was blonde. It looked way worse than it was.
Yeah, well, see, exactly. I nearly completed Jenga a few years ago, 3 moves off completion. I'm normally only 1 move off completion.
You complete it?
Yes. No idea. Don't know how.
I thought you just kept going until somebody toppled it.
I didn't think you could. Yeah, I didn't think you could complete it. My last tour of Bosnia, we had to stop playing Worms on the PlayStation as people started getting angry at work. Worms is a great game.
I've never played it.
You've missed out. I kind of want a console, but I have seen the prices of consoles. Have you seen the prices of consoles nowadays, Liz?
It's mad. The
God.
Switch 2, we were chatting about it because I was like, I don't think we need one. We're not getting one anyway, but just for argument's sake. I was like, I don't think we need one. That was like 400 and something.
Well, Joe wants me to get a console so we can play in console-only lobbies on Call of Duty because it's much harder when you play in PC lobbies because it's more likely to be full of cheaters. So I was like, I'll have a look. I went Googling. A PlayStation Pro is £680.
And I bet it'll sell out.
With no disc drive. If you want a disc drive, that's another £100. £780 with a disc drive.
Blows my mind. It was on the news this morning, 3.5% inflation again this morning. And they'll still be releasing consoles that are hundreds and hundreds, and they will still sell out.
So I was like, what about the latest Xbox? What's that? The Xbox Series X is like 470, so it's a lot cheaper. Like 300 cheaper if you include the disc drive. It's still 500 quid for a console. I was like, it's fucking 500 quid, Joe. Yeah, but forget the cost. I was like, it's not. I don't.
No.
It's like, well, we'll just get a normal PlayStation because they're much cheaper now. The one the boys have got is quite cheap now. Right? I was like, yeah, but we already have a PlayStation in the house. I don't know why I'd have another PlayStation in the house. And that's when Joe was like, we've got 3 Xboxes and 3 Nintendo Switches. Starting to understand why you're poor all the time. 3 Xboxes in the house.
Priorities and novelties, isn't it?
Yeah. I love Risk. See, Risk is a game I can play.
I've also never played that. It looks like a proper clever game, and I can't.
I don't think it's that clever. I think
it looks very tactical.
It's quite tactical.
Clever.
I think they'll pick it up, all right.
And I am the liability of the team. I'm not playing it.
Yeah. Gamers will always have money to burn. Yeah, I'm trying to get rid of an expensive motorbike at the moment, so I don't really want to be putting money on a fucking... I'm basically selling loads of stuff because... The problem with our revenue source and our way of monetizing is as the world gets more expensive, which it is everywhere for all of us, we directly feel that impact. Because not only does our life get more expensive, but people stop spending or don't spend as much, which I get it, right? Home first, always. Home bills first is the way it should work and the way it always will work. But that means that we get hit with a double whammy. So like I'm selling a bike helmet and a fucking codex and all sorts of stuff at the moment. I'm slowly but surely just sticking stuff on eBay. So I don't really want to be putting that money onto a console right now, quite honestly. Lord of the Rings Risk is good, but it just takes forever. Oh, I love Lord of the Rings Risk.
Is Risk another one like Monopoly where there's loads of different versions?
Yeah, so there's like there's 40k Risk, there's Lord of the Rings Risk, I think there's a Harry Potter version, there's yeah. They skin it. It's essentially in essence, it's the same game. It's just skinned differently, but it's the same otherwise. Liam is done with bikes. I'm not done with bikes at all, Tyler. Oh God, no. I've got 2. I'm trying to get rid of one that's an expensive one. My other one, and I'll probably just trade it down. So I trade down for something a lot cheaper. But my other one that I've customized, I'm not getting rid of that one ever. I want that one buried with me.
I'm not sure we're going to fit it in.
I fucking love that bike. So much. Anyway, chat, we have got stuck on 40 of the finest members after Stu and Ross could be gifted 1 each. Any advance on 1? Can I see a 5 gifted? If we hit our membership goal tonight, Liz, what should we do?
I'm going to grab a shower and go to bed.
No, but it's like a giveaway. What should we give away? We got stuff we can give away? One of your knitted socks, maybe?
No, I wouldn't even give them away. No, these people need proper socks. If we're going to give away socks, we need to go and buy a pair of socks. What about a sword?
I'm not giving the sword away. No,
That could be
sword away.
interesting through
What are you talking
customs.
about? Give the sword away. How dare you? What should we give away, chat?
I'm saying the sword. It's not doing anything.
It's not having this. Tony, thank you for the 5 gifted. He started the trade again.
Choo choo.
Put some coal in the fire. You're a hero. Thank you so much for 5, man. What a legend. Just a casual 105 to go.
Have you tried Forbidden Desert with the boys? You all work as a team versus the game. Very satisfying when you win. Oh, no, I've never heard of that one.
If we...
Has to give Dobby a sock.
And then you'll be freed. Yeah, you can have objective. You can have a set of objective markers. Have you guys seen them? Who wants to see them? We'll do a set of objective markers. In fact, using objective markers for giveaways at 150 members is probably better for me than actually selling them at a price.
Yeah?
If you think about it. 50 gifted memberships extra on top of our normal target is a lot more than the money we're going to be charging for. So, you know. Space for a box set giveaway, not a chance. If I bought 10 of those, I'd keep them all for myself. How much could you get for Abaddon? Not happening, team. Not happening. There is a potential unboxing on stream tomorrow of something similar in size and stature and from the same location as Abaddon. Just throwing that out there. Just throwing that out there. Hang on. I love these, by the way. Every time we do a stream now, we go on to top down. They just look so good on the table.
Do they?
Yeah, I wasn't sure about the design originally because I was like, so many of them that I see are like they like blend into the table.
Oh, okay.
And so the first sets that we got made before the guy just quit were see-through.
Oh, yeah, I liked those ones.
I like them a lot, and I was supporting the Kickstarter. And then I was like, once the Kickstarter's live, I will be putting in a large order for many of them. And then we supported the Kickstarter, and halfway through the Kickstarter, I just got an email going, yeah, I'm not doing it anymore. And he refunded everyone and quit.
Oh, I wonder what happened.
I assume something bad. So I don't... Life gets in the way, right? It does.
Yeah.
That's the thing. So then we were kind of defaulting back to the neoprene ones. And I was mucking about with designs for ages, trying to make them... And the thing is, I was trying to make them kind of like more befitting of a tabletop with like scenic kind of undertones. So like you could put it on like a grass table and it would kind of blend in. But I was like, that's all well and good until the person who buys the grass ones then pays a desert table. It don't make any sense.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, actually, maybe that isn't the best idea. So we either go down the route of we sell 10 different sets, a grass one and a desert one and a city one and a lava one and etc. Or we just make a generic design and we sell everyone one set.
Yeah.
The business person sells 10 sets. The person who cares about the community sells one set.
Right.
So one set what? So I came up with this design, and all I've done is taken the channel stuff and turned it into an objective marker with a 40mm center and all that kind of stuff. And actually, on top down on camera, they look fire. I'm so happy with them. They look really good. Adam, thank you for the 5 gifted. Available for sale? No, they'll be going up for sale very soon. They're currently not available for sale. So if you get the extra 100 members gifted in, oh, not that one. I'll give a set away for free, and you'll get them at that point before they go on general sale. Probably. Thank you for the 5 gifted, Adam. You're a hero. Yeah, Space War box giveaway, just the box, mind you. Yeah, you can have the empty box. That's fine. Bring a set and I'll buy them there and then in Warhammer World. Well, the problem I have at Warhammer World, Mr. the Schooner, is I'm going to ride my bike up. Is there a center dot? Yes and no, Tyler. So in the middle, you'll see there is a logo, which is our logo. And where all the lines cross for the logo is literally the center. So in essence, there is a center dot, but there isn't. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense? It looks like a dot up close because all the lines go like that, and then they create a in the middle like that. My dad had the original VHS version. What was that? VHS version of what? Atmosphere, the board game? No. Blah, boo. I mean, maybe if I can get some in my side bag, I'll bring you some up. My side bag is not very big, though. I could just about fit my handbag in it. That's it. Spaceful box roll. Maybe. We had some good. We had a couple of good suggestions for articles for White Dwarf. Maybe I'll do one. Maybe I'll ask if they want me to write one still. When we're up there on Warhammer World taking over. We've got a fair few people actually going up to Warhammer World on.
Was this Joe's day out?
Yeah, yeah. Was it that one? Event registration. Yes, we have had 70 responses. So that doesn't include Joe and I.
Oh, wow.
So 72 people are due to go to...
Quite the cohort.
It's going to be interesting. We are slightly taking over. 72 people going to Warhamster World on Friday to meet up. 72 people. Could you not ask Joe to bring some up? The thing is, I also don't want to be in Warhammer World selling loads of my products because they'll probably ask me to leave. Like, I think if I was like, can I have this table so I can set up my own stall? They'll be like, no, dickhead, get out. Like, I don't think that's going to be a thing. I don't think I'm allowed to be able to do that.
But it's okay because you're vlogging from the car park, so you can just sell it in the car park. Or not quite the car park, like 10 paces away.
Yeah. How many tables booked? I think Joe's booked 20 or 30 tables. I think. My other half has just given me a Dr. Pepper Cherry Crush. Smells like cherry, tastes like Dr. Pepper. Disappointing. Oh.
Isn't Dr. Pepper already cherry?
Sort of, maybe a bit. It'd be awesome to attend, but can't make the trip work. Well, there'll be more. What I'll do next time, though, is Joe's got himself stressed out organising it, so next time I'll do it. I'll do the organising. Although I am going to be organising very soon a Thanes trip to Bovington. Would you like to come with the boys to Bovington Tank Museum on a Friday?
What day are you thinking?
Friday.
This Friday?
No, God no, I'm at Warhammer World.
I was going to say. You plan the day and I'll see if we're free.
It'll be, okay. Yeah, we can do that. But yeah, trip to Bovington. Because Bovington is fucking incredible. Although I'd like to do a Thanes out into Bovington during Tank Fest one year, that'd be great. But Tank Fest is normally fucking heaving. I don't know if we'd be able to get like 30 tickets to Tank Fest.
Maybe if you say it's somebody's stag do.
I mean, a Tank Fest stag do would be a good stag do.
Like somebody has to. Can we have someone who's actually getting married or who wants to pretend to be getting married?
Yeah.
And maybe then you'll get the 30 tickets.
Yeah. Chat, we are 20 minutes to go and we are halfway through a normal goal, a third way through tonight's goal. I love Dr. Pepper. Enjoyed your article, Mr. Ian. Thank you, Mr. the Honda Rider. I'm glad. I'm very glad. I'm packed. Are you coming down, Dave? I haven't looked at the list of attendees. I know that there's 70 people, but... Lucy, yes, Bovington's amazing. She's been before, Rob.
Yeah.
She's been before. Fucking love Bovington. It's fucking incredible. Although every time I come home from Bovington, literally the last time Joe and I were walking around Bovington, him and I were writing tank lists in Warhammer. see how many lists we could write with the most tanks in, and then we're like, do we order this list? We didn't in the end, thankfully. So, yeah. Every time I come home, I'm like, I want to make tanks! Because Bovington has that influence on you.
I still think it's such a missed opportunity that you can't fit your Space Marines in the tank.
What do you mean?
Do you know when you put your tank on the tabletop?
Yeah.
And then you'll say, oh, there's like 6 Space Marines in there.
Yeah.
You can't get 6 in.
No. Oh God, no.
What a missed opportunity to
But,
have like
how would
6
you
deployed.
But like, I mean, so the thing is, right? Oh God. The thing is, to get 6 Space Marines to sit in a tank, you'd have to have them like sat in seating position.
Yeah.
Right. And then when you get them out, you know, all these sat Marines led on the floor. It doesn't make sense. So what would you rather have? Marines that you can fit in a tank because they're sat in a seating position, or Marines that when they're on the table have got some cool fucking pose as they're running around the table?
Or just do a tank that you've got your Marines in their normal model, but you just put them in like that.
Anyone up for Don't Tell the Bride WHW 40k?
Yeah, I'm here for it. No, because
God, I couldn't imagine.
because then your tanks would have to be huge.
Yeah, they'd have to be big, but missed opportunity there.
No, I don't think it is. No,
I think
anyone,
it is.
I don't think anyone actually cares.
So why do we have Harry Potter figures inside the not the Polar Express? Hogwarts Express?
That is a Lego like display piece.
Would you agree it adds something, the fact that they fit in the train?
It's a display piece. I don't game with it.
I think it adds something. Missed opportunity there. Missed opportunity.
Hogwarts is a display piece, thank you. Hogwarts Express.
No, I think it's the same. If you're going to say there's 6 Space Marines in the tank, then you should be able to prove there's 6 Space Marines in the tank and they should be able to fit in.
I'm sorry, chat. I'm sorry, there's no helping someone. Liam fucking keyboard? What do you mean, Adam? I have never done that to my keyboard. That's wrong. Imagine the size of the rhino. Exactly, yeah. Luke's just scaled up Warhammer by 40%. What's Luke's been smoking? Chat's very split on this one.
Well, you know.
Yeah.
Never been accused of sitting on the fence.
No, quite. Absolutely. 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 Oh, dear. I need to know when WARCOM want me to write another article now. I feel like it went down well. I want to see if the Facebook comments have got worse. That one. Let's have a look, chat, shall we? Oh my lord, this man flu can get in the bin. Okay. Oh, one person. Oh, I read this one yesterday. I struggled to get through this article. Please bring back the old style where you have the snippet of the actual rule in the article. Why? The book's on pre-order in 3 days.
Why are you reading the bad comment?
Because I like to see what people whinge about.
Look at all the good
Entertain me.
stuff.
Oh, there's loads of goods. It's majoritively positive. I'm very proud of the article. But I do like to see what people are whinging about because that's entertaining.
Right, I got through my green tea. My takeaway is it gets worse the colder it gets.
Okay.
That's my takeaway.
Yeah, you need to drink green tea hot 100%.
And now I miss my whiskey and kettle.
So one person here says, right, I really don't like... No, this article, written in the first person, was an absolute slog to get through. And felt like a 2 a.m. 90s infomercial. What's an infomercial?
Advert?
No. The regular reveals are just fine. 3 comments down. Loving the new format of circuit players giving us their opinions on the new books. It's been fascinating to see their perspectives. Oh, the juxtaposition of man. It's fucking great, isn't it? Liam and his team are one of the best streamers for this hobby.
Aww.
Glad to see him part of this article. See? They could have linked the channel on the article though. Like,
Yeah.
an actual clickable link, loads of big arrows. Definitely go and follow this channel.
They're never going to do that.
They're never going to do that. What they did is they did put me in the title and say from the Liam Dempsey YouTube channel. So, you know, they did do that, which I didn't think they would, I'll be honest. Okay, it's mostly like just normal comments. Needs more Black Templars. Strong. Strong. Brom for Templar article. I think I still have a wee glass of red. I think I should have a wee glass of red wine. Spurs are 1-0 up. Are they? Remember when the current Lamborghini was just released? The 10 minutes of the day with a scale. Yeah. Did you see an increase in subs after WARCOM? If yes, White Dwarf is probably worth it. Not really. Like, it's hard to gauge because we played Thousand Suns preview yesterday, which almost always comes with some new subs as well. So it's quite difficult to say whether the new subs have come from the article or from the Thousand Suns. But the increase has not been that dissimilar to when we've done other preview stuff. So I'd probably assume it's just standard increase and we didn't gain anything from the article at all. So,
Colonel
you know.
says a good point.
Who?
Colonel, honestly, you should do a WARCOM article about the potential impact of leaks.
Ooh. Tyler gifted a membership.
Or
yes.
Why not a White Dwarf about leaks? Which one would it be more appropriate in?
I don't think they'd like me to do it.
Oh.
Because the thing is, when you do an article about leaking, what you do is, I mean, yes, okay, right. So when you talk about leaking, what you do, what you do is you do, I think, put across a reasonable point about how damaging leaks are. I think you, and some people, I think, I've had conversations about leaks before. Some people have gone, I never thought of it that way. I'll try harder to not dive into it, but people get excited and they can't help themselves. The thing is, at the same time, what you're doing is you're pointing out the incompetence of the company that's leaking. And I don't think they're going to want that on their official channels. So you'll notice that they don't do a lot about leaking directly. They'll be working tirelessly behind the scenes to try and work out where, I believe, to work out where it's coming from and how to stop it.
Okay, yeah.
What they don't want you to do is they don't want you to go on WARCOM or go on a White Dwarf and be like, Games Workshop is like a bucket that's been smashed with a machine gun. Holes fucking everywhere. They don't want you to do that, do you? Because, you know. Here's a question. Which faction combo gets most hits? God knows. I don't know. I know we did the Death Guard preview and we hit 500 live viewers earlier in the month, which is quite a lot for us. So Death Guard are clearly quite popular. But we also had never done a Death Guard one before, so we don't know if that's just new codex or whether there's going to be a drop-off. We do spreadsheet viewership numbers, super chat revenue, and gifted membership totals for all of the game streams to see if we can see trends. And it's also part of what informed us around things like AOS content, etc. Because the just numbers weren't as big by a lot. So, chat, we've got 10 minutes. We're on 51 members for a night. Are you doing this to me this night? This is happening. Are you going to do it to me, Lise?
No.
They're not going to do it to me?
No.
Oh. Where's it coming from then?
It's not.
Oh, so they are doing it to me. You don't make any sense.
I'm too tired to battle with you today, and my leg is hurting. Are you definitely going to the shop?
Would you like me to? You want some
Yeah.
DP? Yeah, I'm going to the shop. I have a I have an absolute desire for some nice. Here's a sign I'm getting old.
Mm-hmm.
I have an absolute desire for some nice dark chocolate. Do you know how often I've liked dark chocolate in the past?
Never.
Never. I've got a real taste for it at the moment. Brandon Lagacé.
You didn't do the hand.
Lagacé. Thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. You're a fucking legend. Up to 56. At this point, I'll settle for 100. All right. I'll settle for not from one person. Obviously, that'd be silly. I haven't even wrote it correctly. Look.
I thought there was 2 S's.
Bringing attention to someone's leaky bits isn't usually a nice thing to do. But it's true though, right? Like they're not going to want you to come on and say Games Workshop are a leaky ship. They can't seem to get their shit in order, and everything is being leaked all the time. Because they'll know that it's a problem. Of course they do. They're very aware of it. They'll want to fix it. they haven't been able to fix it. They haven't been able to solve it. They haven't been able to stop it. They're just not going to want to own up to it, are they, to be honest with you? Having chocolate cravings. It's not a craving as such. I've just started to develop a taste for dark chocolate.
Because you're getting old.
Yeah, I think so. I think your taste buds get more tailored to bitterness when you get older anyway.
I know you start to like Sprouts the older you get.
I like Sprouts as like a 12-year-old, so I'm strange.
Really young children don't like them because they taste too bitter, but as you get older, you start to like them.
I like them young. The Sprouts, not the children. Before you all clip that. It does, however, look like I'm going to have to come home on Friday to do an evening stream. You get me home earlier. Lucky you.
Lucky me.
You lucky duck. Yeah. Thank you anyway, Brandon, you wonderful human being. Love you. No one actually died. No one's dived in tonight for a loose hope either.
That's all right.
Is that all right because you don't have one?
Yeah. Yeah.
I appreciate the honesty there. Yep, straight away.
Yeah.
Only after Taco Bell. What are you on about? Oh, the gas. I don't like Taco Bell. Bridget made a big thing about Taco Bell. I did not enjoy Taco Bell.
Doesn't everybody get diarrhea after they have Taco Bell?
Isn't
that the joke of it?
Yeah, the joke is you get a dicky tummy. I was definitely in turmoil, but I didn't. At no point was I officially under the weather.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Maybe you should have been a writer for Emperor's Children. Is that what you mean by EC, Emperor's Children? At this point, I don't believe Wargunner's even got gifted turned on. Roland Bain! Thank you!
Roland, I don't know why you're doing it because you know it's going to be crap now.
Thank you for the 20 gifted, the hat trick, and you've earned yourself a loose hope.
Oh, it's going to be so bad now.
No, it needs to be good. Gotta be good. He's gifted specifically because he wants a loose hope.
But he knows it's going to be bad because I don't have any good ones.
You're now over halfway to a free set of objective marker giveaways with just 6 minutes to go.
I warned you, Roland Bain. I hope for you that the next pen you pick up doesn't leak on your hands and all over your page.
I think that's a strong hope.
Because your spouse buys shit pens.
I didn't buy that pen.
See? It's so shit they couldn't even sell it to him. They had to give it to him.
I didn't even buy that pen. It's a good pen. I've never had an issue with these leaky pens that you keep having problems with, which means operator error.
Oh. Shit pen.
If one person does a thing, uses a thing, operates a thing and has problems, and another person does a thing, uses a thing, operates a thing, has zero problems,
it's
the issue is the
thing. Sexist pen is what this is. Sexist pen.
No. The issue is the operator. Let's be honest. Jack, we're 4 away from 80.
Loose fact. Scallops have over 200 dyes.
Ooh.
There's not a single eye on a scallop. Nonsense fact. Yes, a nonsense fact.
I actually have some in the freezer because Morrison's had them on a Noops sticker.
Is Luce struggling to steer a pen? Yes. Which American state is the state to get the best food? Depends what food you want, Dave. I'm not complaining. I want you to get yourself a little cheeky green name, mate. Because you say you're tired? That's all right. I'll nip over to... I've got to make porridge as well. The children's.
The ibuprofen gel didn't... The pain's moving as well. It's tracking up my leg now.
Is it? Glambering Gaming, thank you for 5 gifted memberships. You fucking hero.
So I know that if I go to the doctor, I say, I have this strange leg pain.
Look, I've been through this before. If someone walks out the house within the next few weeks, steps into the road and gets hit by a car, the NHS is the greatest health service in the world. Probably bar none. I'll put you all back together, fix you up, and it'll cost you nothing. But if you have an issue where you need to speak to a doctor to get it resolved, and it's more complicated than, yeah, that's why I do this, don't do this, right? It's not great. They don't have the time, the money, or the resources. They're never going to be able to sit there with you and properly get into your issue in a 15-minute appointment. It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
So we probably are better off at this point working out how to solve it ourselves, because you've done multitudes of tests, lots and lots of appointments. So now our best friend is Google and common sense, because if you Google without common sense, it will tell you you're dying and you should amputate the leg at the hip with a rusty spoon. That's the only way we can solve the problem.
Yeah.
Chat, we're 19 away, by the way. 4 sets of 5 and we'll hit 100. It could happen. However, if you Google with common sense, then you'll go, it's probably not that. I probably don't want to amputate my leg at the hip with a rusty spoon.
The trouble is, when you apply your common sense and then you go on the NHS website and it says to call 111, always say...
You're dying.
Yeah.
I know.
And I get it's because they don't want to get sued or whatever, but when you're the one trying to apply common sense and you've gone to the NHS, not Dr. Google, you've gone to the NHS, and they say you need to go to hospital, and you're the one going, no, I'm not sure it's an A&E problem. I just need to speak to a doctor. No, go to A&E right now. Just sit in the waiting room.
Probably because
for like
111 started with
36 hours.
111 probably started with Google. That's the problem.
I wonder if they are actually, and that's why.
Poor people. Overworked, underpaid, most of them.
Definitely, yeah. It's not...
I'm not saying the NHS is shit for reference.
No.
You know, and that's not what I'm doing. I'm just saying that, you know, if you get hit by, like I said, if you get hit by a car, the fucking great, it's one of the greatest health services you can have. But, and in the chat, they're less worried about your leg, and they're all actually worried about food. That brings about Maine for the lobster. Now that's good seafood. I took my mum for lobster a little while ago for Mother's Day.
Was it nice?
Yeah, it was actually. It was really nice. I enjoyed it, but it's expensive for what it is. I don't mind too much because it's Mother's Day, and there was a reason why I was like, just me and Mum, not taking Dad, because it is pricey. But like, and it is nice. But Mum has like never ever had lobster before in her life.
We had a lobster-ish thing years ago.
Thermidor.
Yeah, and I think we got it at a Christmas time meal deal thing.
It was,
Was it from Tesco's?
I don't remember, but it was definitely cheaper than it would normally be.
And we were
by
like,
a lot.
this is the closest we're going to get to lobster. This is it. So
that was us living the high life.
Yeah.
Come on with its oven meal. Sorry, chat. JK, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. You're amazing. Also, it won't be long before I stop all these horrible noises on microphone. I'm conscious it's probably not the nicest thing in the world to listen to. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to continue to do my work whilst having man flu, which isn't great. But I am trying. JK, thank you for the 5 gifted. You're a legend. 14 to go, but we are out of time. However...
Oh, no. See?
We're almost done. There was going to be a loose fact ready, but it's not ready. I even changed the target for you to make it more...
If anybody is in chat who happens to be a junior doctor and fancies adding to their workload, I will happily tell you about my mysterious leg pain, and I think I have a pinched nerve in my right arm. Much fun. And
Honestly,
all the test results keep coming back as fucking perfect when I say to the doctor, I'm not right, I have dizzy spells, and I can feel my heart go. And they'll go, okay, we'll put an ECG on you. And I wear the ECG, and I have a textbook heart rate. And I'm going, this isn't going to work. And then I give the ECG in, and on my way home, then the heart flutter starts. And I feel like running back and going, put it on me now, right now.
Looking forward to seeing a number of you on Friday. Remember, actions are for virgins, and don't be a dick.
That last rule is the most important rule. Don't be a dick. Because if you are a dick, Joe will pick you up by the scrotum and chuck you out of Warhammer World.
Which bit's the scrotum?
That's concerning that you've asked that.
Is it the whole thing?
Paying my late fee, my Borderlands-themed GSC army has started #NoToCult.
Thank you so much, Clive the Kiwi and JK for the 5 each. You are wonderful human beings. Have you got a fact? Could you not taken longer to find it so I could have got to the 100 members?
No.
Ugh.
I need the deep heat.
Adam, thank you for the 1. Phil, thank you for the 1. If everyone gifts 1, we'll do it. I know you need the deep heat. I need the dark chocolate. Dark side. Thank you so much, you wonderful human beings. It is, however, time for
Wait.
this.
I'm writing down
Oh my
Phil's gift.
fucking God.
Okay, now I'm ready. Go.
Now?
Yeah,
Right now.
right now.
You ready now?
Put the heart monitor on me right now.
Clive the Kiwi, thank you for the one gifted. Are you ready now?
Yeah.
One dairy cow makes about 200,000 glasses of milk in her lifetime.
Do you not think that sounds low? Roller Bane, thank you for the one gifted. Oh my God, it's happening. If everyone does one, we might actually hit 100. Do you not think 100,000 glasses of milk from one dairy cow sounds actually quite low?
200,000.
200,000. How big is the glass? Is it a Bailey's glass? Believable. Is it a pint glass?
No, because then it'd be pint, wouldn't it?
Ding.
Clive, thank you for the yellow one. Bing!
Here she comes. Walking down the street. Get the funniest looks from everyone she meets.
My fucking God, chat. Are you actually going to do it?
Doggy.
You actually going to do it, chat? Is it actually going to happen? How many years does a cow live? That's a very good question. I don't actually know. How many years does a cow live? One that's not for beef burgers. A dairy. How many years does a dairy cow live? It should be a more accurate question.
I don't know. I think they get milked every day, though.
Mordy Hammer, thank you so much for the 5, you fucking legend. Roland and Clive and Phil and Adam, thank you all for the ones as well to try and claw us over that target. I think they get what, milked every day?
I think so.
I feel like 200,000 sounds low, but what the fact book has done, as always, has been quite beige about what's actually going on here. It hasn't told us how big the glass is.
We're going
Is it a
to
stein?
wait. We're
Is it a stein of
We're
milk?
going to wait for yes. Oh, here we go. He's messaged me.
Oh.
Why?
Is it a dick pic?
No.
Oh.
We're past that now.
Oh.
If one dairy cow produces 200,000 glasses of milk in her lifetime, here are a few interesting ways to break that down. Number 1, volume equivalent. A typical glass of milk is 250 millilitres. So, 200,000 glasses times 0.25 litres equals 50,000 litres of milk in a lifetime. 2, lifespan of dairy cow. A dairy cow typically lives 5 to 6 years in commercial settings, so they can live longer in non-industrial contexts.
That's not long, is it?
Animal production estimate, 50,000 litres divided by 6 years is 8,333 litres a year. That aligns with averages. Most dairy cows produce between 7,000 to 12,000 litres per year, depending on breed, diet and care. 3, daily production. 8,333 litres a year divided by 365 days equals 22.8 litres a day. This also matches typical yields for high-producing cows. Would you like help turning this into a graphic or infographic?
But that was average for high-yield cows. So it's not average for average yield cows. Surely you want the average for average yield cows.
Do we want a graphic?
But the second it went from like...
Or infographic?
The second it was like, so 200,000 glasses of milk is 50,000 litres. I was like, that sounds like quite a lot. And then it said, cows live for 5 to 6 years. I was like, that is not as long as I thought. I was like, surely the cows live for like a decade. How does a cow not outlive a dog? Is that just me? Oh my God. Adam, thank you for the one gifted. Clive, thank you for the one gifted. Captain Rex, thank you for the one gifted. Matthew Hedeker, thank you for the one gifted. I know what you did last roll, thank you for the one gifted. Roland Bain, thank you for the 5 gifted. Shit, son.
I don't know which one my last one was. Oh, ding for Clive.
You
Mordy.
fucking legends. Look at you lot.
Did you say thank you to Mordy for his 5?
I said thank you to Mordy for his 5. Did you write it down?
I'm doing it now.
Oh, yeah. We're then going to go because I need to go and get my dark chocolate and deep heat. A combination I never thought I'd enjoy. They're put down, they don't produce enough. You milk a dog 50,000 litres of milk and see how long it lasts. Brandon, thank you for the one gifted. Fucking, what's going on now? Why have you just woke up?
Did I ding you? I'm going to ding Adam.
He's now been dinged.
Okay, I'm on Adam's. Next one is
I didn't hear the dog. Maybe she died.
Clive one. No, she hasn't left.
Oh.
Don't be...
Could do a saving a few quid, I'll be honest.
Ooh, another message from my fact checker.
If we leave the front door open for a while, we might save ourselves a few quid.
No, she won't leave me.
Ugh.
She won't leave me.
Getting milked for 200,000 glasses will reduce your lifespan. I'd like to be milked for one, says someone, I'll be honest. Just one glass. Just milk me for one.
Roland Bain, where are you? There you are.
This is Luce doing her tracking homework.
Oh, there's a new name. Matthew
Hedeker.
Hedeker.
Hedeker? Have I said that right? No, I said that right.
Sounds right.
Why not?
Hard K.
Feel better, Liam and Luce. So, fun fact, Phil, although I sound head coldy now, I feel fine now. Like, I feel good, I'd go as far as to say. This is just lingering a little bit, but I don't feel poorly anymore. I feel really good now. I felt reasonable. I felt okay on Monday, reasonably okay yesterday. I was worried about going to bed late after doing the stream and waking up this morning. Felt good as gold to wake up this morning. So I'm actually back into a place where I'm good now. Hence I'm back in the gym and trying to like just carry on as normal. It's just I've got to get rid of this nonsense, which will happen soon enough.
Okay.
We caught up. We good?
Yeah.
We're happy?
Good. Yeah.
Wonderful. Right. You legends, thank you so much for doing that. Like, there's a reason why Lou says what she says.
Best chat.
Best chat, because you are in fact the fucking best chat. I love you. It's amazing. It's amazing to see that Wednesday, like, I love watching the dynamics as well. Mondays is now up to like 200 people watching. Wednesdays has gone down to like 130 people watching.
Oh.
It's weird. I don't know why it's moving around, but maybe we're doing too much content. Is that a thing? Is that a thing? Tomorrow we're back at 1:30 with the Liam and Joe show. We are possibly live on stream going to be unboxing something very special. So be around for that. And then at 7:30 tomorrow night, we've got another live game of Warhammer 40k. Joe is playing against Adam of Beachhead fame. Adam's coming back with either Custodies or Imperial Knights. So come and hang out for that one.
Much love to everyone in this wonderful community.
Thank you so much, Brandon. You're a legend. And then on on Friday, we'll do an After Dark stream at 8:30, probably, depending on what time I get back if traffic doesn't kill me. But I am taking the bike, so traffic shouldn't be so bad. Logically. Because even if traffic is stationary, you know, straight through. Saturday morning, there is a possibility I go live at 10 o'clock in the morning on Saturday because I'm very excited about a particular book and I want to talk about it on stream for the first time ever. I want to do it during actual like release moment. Sunday there won't be a stream, and then Monday we'll be back with the hobby show, and I might actually remember to bring a camera home and do some hobbying on stream on Monday. Very real possibility.
Ooh.
Unless hobbying needs to move to Wednesdays because the audiences have changed, which is possible. That might be a way we do it.
Yeah, but maybe your hobbying audience has shrunk because they're not interested in the hobby, they're interested in the chat. So if you go following them, you might then scare off your Wednesday growth back to Monday. I would stick with what you've got and let the people settle whatever pocket they
But the
want to
hobby
settle in.
people on Monday aren't getting hobby shows anyway, so the Monday's doing better because we're doing Talking Heads. Yeah, it's a head scratcher, isn't it? Anyway, we've got to go. I've got to go get some dark chocolate deep heat. Eat them in different hands, then you don't mix flavors. Anyway, thank you so much for hanging out with us, you wonderful human beings. As Luce has already said,
Best chat.
best chat. You're amazing people. I hope we see you tomorrow in the Liam and Joe show. If not, hopefully we'll see you tomorrow night at 7:30. If not, we'll see you in the next one.